All right, party people. Welcome back here to the stream. Welcome back here to another stream of all streams. We are going to probably do something a little bit different this stream. Probably a little bit more internet browsing, more of the stream. We'll start off with a game. We'll start off with like Beam and then probably do some like internet stuff. Maybe like Google Earth. Um, Looking at the Facebook Marketplace and maybe looking at some unsolved Reddit mysteries or something. So we might be able to solve something. We might be able to do something. We might be able to be something. So that's kind of what the agenda for this stream is going to be. But let's go ahead and get it popping, get it started, and see where it all leads to. But yeah, we'll start off with Beam first, and we'll see how that goes. So I already have it pulled up here. One second. Ooh, let's see. Let's see how many yawns I get in this time. I got a Red Bull. I got a Blueberry Bull. I think it's Blueberry, right? Yeah, Blueberry. It's my favorite between this and coconut berry. It's freaking delicious. Okay, so let's do one little quick thing here. This laptop is kind of acting up a little bit. Laptop acting up. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with some more beam. Let's go ahead and get that pulled up here. I just gotta turn this off real quick or mute it. There we go. 17 minutes ago. What the heck is that? Something downloaded 17 minutes ago. What the heck that was? Oh well. Some sort of video. Maybe I was downloading a video. So of course, what is like this light run? I already know what a trial is. I'm not trying to get involved in that. And stuff. So, ooh, sorry about that. So yeah, I wanted to like do some like disturbing mysteries or solving some like disturbing mysteries. You know, like disturbing Reddit posts or like anything like disturbing. But I think that would be a little bit hard live streaming it. Because of you never know what you might run into. You might run into something pretty graphical or whatever. So um, I think doing something kind of disturbing on stream may be a little tough. We'll see what happens, you know. We'll see what we can do, what we can accomplish. But yeah. Oh, this is one we're actually running away from the popos. Let's do this one. Did I hit play? I think I did. I think it's just frozen. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Rlcraft. We did finish the end. I'm not saying that Rlcraft is the series is fully done. At the moment, I would say it's being paused for a little bit until I figure out what else we could do or what's next that we're going to do in Rlcraft. But for right now, um, let's just call it the season finale. And then we'll pick it back up once upon a time or next time or something. In the future, we'll pick it back up. That's been a little bit of our signature for streams, being one of the first things we play with Rlcraft. You know, kind of ease our way into the rest of them. stream here, but um, that's fine. That's fine. If we gotta switch it up, we gotta switch it up soon. So we're definitely switching it up today. So we'll see how it goes, how fun it will be, and stuff. So I need to get me a add-on for my OBS, like a little blur thing. That'd be nice, but I could set one up later. I hear those engines roaring. Should be about that time. What's going on? All right, we're here. We got this. We can do it. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh. 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 Ah. Oops. Oops. Come on, back it up. God dang it. God dang it. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Out of my way. No. 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 I totally sucked on that one, dude. Sorry for the terrible driving. All right, here we go. I got it now. Got it now in the bag. Here we go. Oh, ow. Out of my way. Out of my way. Am I following this thing? Oof. Oh, I don't hear nor. Oh, oh. Oh, wow. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on, dude. No freaking way. Please make a U-turn. You'll go the wrong way. There's no way around. There's no way around this. Oh my god, dude. The brakes are terrible on this goddamn car. Oh my god. I think I gotta turn this thing around. What the heck is this anyway? Oh my god, the car keeps moving to the right again. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I guess we have to go that way. I guess we gotta go this way. Yeah. Here we go. God dang it, dude. I missed the turn. Ah. I just can't go this way, dude. Yeah, I need to play it like this so I can have my hand on the space bar. Oh, I guess I can't go this way. Oh. Out of my way, 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 out of my way. Whoa. Whoa. Another roadblock, another roadblock. Yeah. Uh-oh. We're home free now, baby. Whoa. Whoa. Ow. Uh-oh. Whoa, whoa. Okay, we got it. We're good. We're good. Oh, no. Oh. We're still on the run, baby. We're almost there, I think. I can see the light. It's straight ahead. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Ah, oh, I made it. It crashed. It crashed on me. You serious? Um, what? I, it, I was there. I beat it. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. I will definitely follow you. I guess when my stream ends. Thanks for the follow. And alrighty, I guess I have to reload the game again. And I don't know what that was. It crashed on me. 1 second. That was interesting. Did they not want me to? I technically won that one, so technically beat that scenario. Technically, I beat that scenario. Hidden jumps. Oh, let's try this one, huh? We're gonna try this map right here or scenario right here. While I look something up. Anyway, anyway. Okay. Now how long this takes to load? At least the first initial scenario takes a little bit to load. Okay, so I don't know what I signed myself up for, but this is the car that I'm driving. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck? Am I driving up here? A little, what the? What the? Oh, snap. Oh, God, I think I went the wrong way. Holy smokes. Oh, Jesus. What the freak? It's. Oh my God, dude. Where the heck does it want me to go here? Did I go the right way? Oh my God. I'm supposed to go around it or something? Definitely went the wrong way. Oh, still going strong, baby. Oh, come on. This thing isn't that badly damaged. I guess it is. Okay, let's try this one more time. I don't understand where it's wanting me to go. I guess it want me to go in that little cut, but I don't freaking know. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I like this car, honestly. It handles really good. It's probably one of the best cars I've actually driven in this game, honestly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me. Am I going this way here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come on. Come on. This is what this car is made for. Come on, baby. I ain't stuck. I ain't stuck. Oh no. Oh no. Don't go down. Don't go down. There we go. Whoa. 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 Uh-oh. Whoa. Hey, come on. Don't be. Flip it over. GTA 5 it, man. Flip it over. Get out and flip it over. All it takes is a little nudge. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't want to do this one anymore. I don't freaking understand it. I don't know where to go. Wait, I wanted to keep doing the scenario thingy. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys. Wait, mods. Currently, no mods are installed. Is this where you get the cars from here? I think this is it. I want more scenarios. We need money. That's what we need. Okay, I'm gonna drive me a better car here. All vehicles. What the heck is this? Well, let's try this bad boy. Which model? Which one are we gonna? The awful one. The awful dude. The awful. Yeah. Look at that. That's something everybody will be fighting for at a freaking car dealership. What about the rain? We need rain up in this joint. Ain't no rain in this joint. Play. What the heck? Alrighty. What? What just happened? Okay, let's just put it back on Earth. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be. Let's just make it noon. All right, I'll change the car. The car kind of doesn't look that good. We could download more cars. You would think this game would have a lot more cars already in the game, but what the heck? Remember that one supercar? Oh yeah, look at that one. That looks cool. That looks freaking cool. Yeah, that's something I'll pick my kids up at school with. Okay. Environment. How do we put on the popos? Okay. I think you do it right here. Wait, how do you do it? Q T Y R I P O E E E. Exit the vehicle. What? I didn't know you can. Really? I didn't know you can get out. Does that mean I? Oh, look at that, dude. I don't even need a car anymore. Walking simulator. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Walking simulator. Don't you guys just want to enjoy the nature, walk in the forest without not having no one trying to kill you? Ah, yes. Look at that. Okay. Let's get back to the car. Run, run. What in the heck? Traffic. Spawn popos. We spawned into police right now. The police. Golly, they must be spawning a lot of police. Like I can. What the heck? Did you guys? Is that traffic on as well? They look like regular cars. That's a police car, dude. Oh my god. Sorry, excuse me. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Cops aren't gonna catch me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Out my way, buddy. Out my way, buddy. Oh, Jesus. Ah! Oh, God. This guy is not having a good day, apparently. No. What? Are you serious? Drive. What's going on? What's is this a bumper? Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Come on now. Whoa. It's a lot more cops than I suspected, actually. Come on. Oh, no, I can't get over it. Go, 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 go. I think I'm stuck. You've been busted. Oh. You can drive away. I can't actually move. Okay, whatever. Gotta go again. Oh. Go, go, go. Yeah. Getting out of here. Uh-oh. Ah! I take no ticket. Okay, I'm gonna switch cars here. Of course, let's give the supercar a go here. Ooh, that green one looks cool. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh! Oh, that cop would be dead right now. I want to go to a different spot of the map here. And I go like... Where's like a highway at or something? Or... Would there be one here? It says in the whole map, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. It's just like a straight path right here. Oh, that was quick. Here we go. Time to see how fast this baby can really go. Oh. Okay, hold on. You can change the different modes. Realistic mode. Oh, okay. Oh. Out my way. Move, 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 move. Move, move, move. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you. Oh, snap. Oh, God. Oh. Ah. I don't think I'm going anywhere. How does the engine can turn it off? Oh, I'm sliding back down, dude. I can't really see nothing of this dark. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I can't see nothing. How you turn your headlight to him? Oh. High beams. I can't see nothing. I ain't even doing nothing either. It's kind of creepy, actually. So dark. Oh. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see anything. However, or am I on the road right now? It's somebody's house. Okay. Why y'all keep turning my lights on? Oh, wait, no, it's still on. I want to do realistic mode and see what that does. Where the heck is the road at? What happened to the road? And it's hard to drive in realistic mode. Go by headlight. Ah, it's like spit it out. Whoa. What the freak? Okay, let's shoot like a racing scenario real quick, and that'll probably be the last one. And then we probably move on to some internet browsing. I keep hitting this mic. I know you guys can hear it. It's just, I hate driving with the arrows. I don't understand why I must use arrows. I want to do that highway one again, that highway loop, wherever it was at. Ooh, Demolition Derby sounds kind of fun as well, actually. Uh, gotta hold in that Red Bull. You gotta hold it in. Rub it on in. Hold. I said rub it in. You gotta hold it in. Hold it in. Hold in that Red Bull. This thing load. This thing taking forever to load. Come on, baby. Here we go. The race that we did before that I couldn't have did. Wait, I should have never started. I should have waited until everything was loaded in first. The sounds do not sound good. Oh, there we go. It's loading in. It's loading in. Ah, I remember. I remember. I remember. Go. Go. Oh. Oh. She. Oh. Oh. My God, dude. I think he's done for some reason. I don't even see the other guy. I don't know where he went. He's gone, dude. He's gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It did not want to turn, dude. That's what I hate about this car. That's why I hate about this car. It does not. If you hit like one side, it starts to go towards that side for some reason. I hate. I got it. I got it. Ain't no spinning out here. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, no. Oh my God, dude. I could suck at this race. guys are doing this. Okay, dude. Alrighty. That's it. One more time. 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 Okay. Alrighty. One last attempt here. Oh. He got past me. He got past me. Ain't spun out yet. Oh, he's kind of going. He's going. He's going. I don't know if I'm going to catch up with him, dude. Ah. Ah. Off the wall. I don't think you're going nowhere, buddy. I don't think I'm going nowhere either, apparently. Apparently, I can't get out of this. I guess the other guy must have crashed somewhere, too. I have no clue he went. Alrighty. That's it. Alright, time to go on the internet. Time to go on the internet and look at some stuff. So, 1 second. We're going to update the title and everything here. Unsolved internet mysteries here. Alrighty, so a little bit different now. So we're gonna do some. We got some Google Earth, we got some Facebook Marketplace, and we're gonna look at some unsolved Reddit mysteries and stuff that's been going on around here, and they're still not solved today. We're gonna pick up our case. We're gonna get us a little nice little case here, and we're gonna try to solve it as good as we can, or as best as we can, and stuff. So we're gonna dive into that. I want to do some Google Earth first because I just wanna look around and see if we can find anything cool and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do here. And yeah, yeah. So let's go ahead and get it up and running here. 1 second. So Google Earth is already up. My VPN on. Gotta be safe, you know. I think I'm good. Yeah. Okay. So, yep, there we go. Okay. So, let's see where we're gonna take off from here. What? There we go. Full screen. Where are we at here? Probably some different country. Or it's the island. An island. What ocean is this, dude? Actually, I don't know what ocean this is. Is this the South Atlantic Ocean? Okay. Cat Hill. What is a Cat Hill? Two boats. Georgetown. Oh, it's actually have a little nice Air Force here. Already looks more populated than most of the islands here. It's like a volcanic, like a yeah. How you say it? Volcanic, volcano or island, whatever. These look like volcanoes or something. That look like a volcano. That look like a volcano. Yeah, this look like nothing but volcanoes. Oh my god. I hope I'm wrong. Two boats. What is a two boats playground? Can I like just take a look at this town here? Not really. Fortunately, there's no street view here. Unfortunately. Green Mountain National Park. We got Scouts campsite. Guess it's some sort of like camping area. I don't see anything though. Still no street view here. Must be a very isolated place here. I want to look more at the two boats playground here. Man, I wonder like two boats school. They probably only got one school. Imagine like being a bad kid and getting. Would you even? Can you even get expelled from the only school in town? Maybe only school on the island. Oh wow! Imagine that, and then you have to like homeschool your kid. That be great. Yeah, it's got to be a What is that? Is that a little stream? The heck is that? A boat? What the freak is that? A torpedo or something? It's a little string. This looks like the source of it, but I could be wrong. Or there's another little thing right there. Maybe it's just coincidental that it's right there, that little dot or whatever. But this stream looks very weird. And the weirdest part of this stream is this little oval circle looking thingy here. That's interesting. Now that is the big boat. That's a cargo boat. Beside a smaller boat, maybe to protect the cargo. Maybe that pirates are still a thing. Pirates are still a thing. So this island is very interesting. I feel like there's more to this island than the eye meets or whatever that saying goes. What the heck's like all this? Silos, maybe? I don't see how people can live on like something like this island in a small town with probably one grocery store. Do they guys even have a McDonald's here? Probably not. They got this field. They got a little sports field. I mean, they got everything a little island would need, but I feel like it's so isolated. It's just a little bit boring. Which some people like the boring life. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people don't need to go to the movies once a month, or they don't need to go out every other day. Some people like to stay isolated, chill, spend time with the community, neighborhood people. Yeah, interesting little island here. Looks a lot bigger than let me see, I want to know more about Cat Hill. Cat Hill is a settlement on the Ascension Island, an island which forms part of the British Overseas Territory. Wikipedia. That way we can get a little bit more, I guess. Here's a little picture in a little bit more of a good picture here. So this is kind of what it looks like. I don't know where this is at. I don't know if this is in the town or over here by the Air Force base. I'm gonna assume it's the town because I know it's kind of strict to take pictures out of air at the Air Force, especially the Air Force base. So I can only imagine. So the history, the target tracking radar station known as the golf ball was built on this site designated designated for use as a base for the United States Army Forces between 1960 and 1961. The site subsequently became the location of the joint NSA, I'm just going to say GCHQ ComSite signals. I'm gonna say this wrong. Organization. I don't know how to say that word. I'll admit that. Facility on the island. So it was built in the '60s. It took a year for them to build whatever the heck they were building, and it's still being used today. Interesting. I guess there's nothing really crazy about Cat Hill, but it doesn't hurt to find out more information and learn about more stuff here. Okay, I want to go back into the United States. I want to look at Iran. No, I'm kidding. Can you actually street view here though? You can actually street view here. I gotta do like at least one street view here. Hold on. I need to know how. I want to see how it looks. Oh wow. What is this? Someone's backyard? So what the heck is this? Shoes, sandals. All right, I don't know what the heck. I don't know what the heck that is. It was someone's backyard or something. I thought that was a street. Where does it keep putting me at? I thought this was the street too. Blurring something out over there. Jesus Christ. Look at the conditions. Look at the stuff around here. Birds? What do they need birds for? Maybe that wasn't the street. Maybe I'm tripping. Why can you? Why is this random one right here? What is this? Was this where I just at? Yeah, it was. I don't remember clicking that one. So what did he just like take a picture of this and then sent it to Google or what the heck? What? What in the heck is that? What in the world? It's like just a. I clicked it right here. Maybe I thought no. It's so wait what? So this is not available. At least it's not available anymore. It probably was at a certain point, but I just zoom in. It's not available. Huh. You see the line now? Maybe it was available at one point. Here, it's just a bunch of just random spots. Oh, whoa, interesting. Oh, finally get a good look at the street. What is that? Some sort of or barber shop. I actually read that. They didn't know they had like had it. Like yeah, see, that's how oh wow, you can't read that at all. This looks like some sort of like I don't know, city or something. All they sell is nothing but slides. That's crazy. I would love that. Also, I like wearing the slides. Nice cars too. Oh, I mean, the license plate is public information. I guess I can't read that at all. Though. Iran. Imagine I would be like so surprised if I see someone driving an Iran car here in the United States. I think this picture glitched out a little bit here. I wouldn't get no white car though around here. That car looks in good condition. Now the store. Let's talk about the store here. Very interesting here. And a bunch of it's like a very small store. They do have the chips. They got a little probably ice cream, maybe drinks in the background. Does that have any like United States stuff like Gatorades or something? Because I don't know a lot about this stuff. So if I say something stupid, I just know, just know that I didn't know and I don't know. This is why we're doing this, so people can learn and stuff. But I definitely have not never seen anything here, anything in this particular store here in the United States or whatever. They do have a camera though. Actually, see the camera at the top, right up there. They do got that. That's interesting. And I do have a. I think this is the side. I think this is the whole store. There's a little bit of room over there, and maybe the cashier is right over here. Could be back down there a little bit over there to the left. But this is the small store. I'm gonna assume it's a small one, which is I would like a small store. I wish we could see the front of the building here. We know exactly what the store name is, but um, yeah. So I wonder if this is the actual person. Yep, it's a person. You can see his feet. You can see them feet. What's that? Coca-Cola? Is that actually Coke? That's Coke. That's the first American thing I've seen, dude. There's Coke. Coca-Cola is everywhere. Oh, snap. This is pretty cool, though. I wonder what's that in the back shelf. I wonder if these are like just cooking supplies and stuff. These look like diapers up here. I'm assuming because of the baby. And I don't know if this is like vegetable oil or maybe like cleaning supplies, vinegar or something. I don't know. And of course, on the left, it's probably just ice cream. This is probably ice cream, of course. Never seen any these kind of ice creams before. Other than that one, very similar. This one looked kind of similar. Oh, there's more. Was this where we're just at? I think this is where we're just at, right? No, this is a different one. This is the shoe one. The one that we're right next to, right? I think so. Oh, look at the outside, though. It's so much trash. It's so much trash out there. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. And then you got all the sandals, sandals and slides. Look at that guy. You taking pictures of my store? Got the shoes though. I bet the shoes are like a butt ton of money. These some nice looking shoes though. I wouldn't really want to buy any shoes out here, only for them to just get dirty. But a lot of these shoes are white. I see like white being a lot of the colors, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. Especially of all the just the dirt and stuff that's outside. Look at these though. That's a Nike brand. That's a Nike logo right there. That's a Nike logo. I think that's one too. Like a Nike logo. Yeah, I think these are Nikes. Unless they're off-brand Nikes. I'm pretty sure these probably cost an arm and a leg. I don't even see why anyone would need these unless they go like on a jog or I don't even know who would ever buy these. This is the whole store. There's no back door or anything. Is that a back door? No. Wow, this is the whole store. And what's crazy is look how many fans are set up in this. It's got like that like an AC unit that my dad actually has that had to get hooked up in our house. Um, but you got that, which I'm pretty sure that should be blowing cool air. Even that one too as well. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong, but those look like the ACs though, or look like ACs in my opinion. He actually has a TV. He has a TV in there. So you got this, that. He probably got two more on the other side. Oh no, just one. I mean, just two of these. One, two, three, four, five. Five fans and two AC units. It must get really hot out here. And that's a guy, and he's gone. He's gone. Half his body is gone. Adidas. He does not look happy. It's like, duh. It went right back to him. Oh, these are fans too. I don't even know those work. They're like one, two, three. Oh my god, that just seems like a lot. Is that a camera? I think that's a camera. Oh, he only got one camera. Oh, two cameras. Oh, yeah, you can see the little sign. They're like the picture. I wonder if that's a picture of someone stealing. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why this is so like it's interesting. I never got to really see because you can see in the movies how they try to showcase certain places. Like I think like Africa is like one of the places that a lot of people like. If you look at it in a movie, they make Africa seem like this rundown, poor looking community. When actually people say Africa is like one of the most beautiful places ever. So it's kind of like me just trying to actually get to see this for myself because, like I said, movies they kind of like to showcase, you know, crazy stuff or unrealistic stuff. So this is kind of what going on. So yeah, I'm really curious to see more. I'm gonna drink some more of this Red Bull too. Oh, this is getting very interesting. Don't worry, we're gonna go to some unsolved mysteries next, and yeah, we'll go on from there and stuff. 1 second, take a look. Take a look at my phone. Whew. Okay. Got a little distracted. It's what them phones do to you to get you distracted. All right, 1 second. Let me what did I do? I was using the wrong keyboard. Excuse me. All right. Okay. So what else are we gonna look at now? It's just getting interesting. I get that we can't see a lot more than what I really want to see, but even those little bits that we just saw, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So, so I wonder how these like pictures. What is this over here? Oh no. What is this? So I wonder if they're just like taking pictures and then someone's just like, hey, sending it to Google, or maybe they work for Google and they can only take a pictures of certain stuff. This is look like some sort of arena. What in the world goes on here? Okay. What about here? What's this little space right here? Oh, another convenience store. Something's being blocked out too. Let's see if we can spot anything that's in the United States that is here. So this is a bigger than the other one. It seems like just a tad bit bigger. It looks like it. You got a little Pepsi right there. I don't know if there is an actual Pepsi in there. That might be like a. Do they even sell glass Pepsi bottles? I thought this was Diet Coke, but I don't think that. I mean, Diet Pepsi, but I don't think that is. They might not even have Pepsi in there at all. It seems I don't know what this orange stuff is, of course. And then you got looks like soap, maybe. Don't know what that is at the top. We got maybe wipes, napkins, maybe diapers. Don't know. I don't know what that is. What is that little bottles right there? Extension cords. We got the home necessities. We got some Vaseline just chilling right there. I don't know what that is. Derby. What is Derby? Then we got maybe like goods over here, like sugar, maybe seeds, maybe grains, flour. I don't know if that's bread or what. I don't think that's bread. Don't look like it. Lighters. We got lighters. What is that? Soda, juice, juice soda, Lays. Uh oh. Interesting. Oh, they got a little. Is that the grandma candy? Oh lordy, that almost looked like Pepsi. So how do unique stuff in here? There's a lot of stuff in here. Body wash probably, soap maybe. I don't know what all this stuff could be in the back. Then we got sunflower seeds, Cheetos. Yeah, interesting, interesting, interesting. Alrighty. Let's do one more location here. This thing wants me to. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh my God, it's the first thing you see. Some guy looking like he's about to roll up. Alrighty. Are those people? Those are people. Those are people. I think this is some sort of church thing. So I think that's how it's supposed to be. Got more people over here. More people over here. A lot more people over here. And you got this guy rolling up. I hope I hope we're not getting any like conflict grounds right now. This is all Google Earth, by the way. This is all Google Earth. I don't want to see that I'm not supposed to see. I didn't even. What? Look at that water. Look at that water. What the heck? Am I inside a hotel or what the heck is this? You got Sprite. You got Coke. You got something else. I don't know what that thing is. Who the heck would have take a picture of this? I wanted to see that water in person. Look at that water. Oh my god. I want to see that in person. There's no way I can see that water in person. You freaking. Oh, this is it. Is this it? Holy smokes. Oh, wow. Oh my god. I mean, the water around here, of course, isn't the clearest as well, but it does not look that green on Google Earth. Um, what in that? I'm pretty sure there's no fishes in that water. Look how green it. What I was right here, so that's probably not even what I was even. I'm probably not even looking at the right stuff. Yeah, that's right there. If that's how that looks, I can only imagine how this looks. And I wanted to see how this looks so bad, dude. This water, that it's green. It's freaking green. What? What is this little dot right here? What does this lead to? Whoa. What is that guy? It almost looked like an old Kobe Bryant. No offense, but that's just how he looks. That's just how he looks like. There's a lot of people out here actually. What is this thing? Oh, I don't know why this came to me, but seeing the people here, seeing a bunch of squares on the ground, I'm gonna assume that these are names. So I'm assuming this is a cemetery. Not laughing that it's a cemetery, more laughing that this I just kind of caught on to it. I believe this is probably a cemetery. I think we're at a cemetery right now. Holy smokes. There's a lot of places you can't visit here in Google Earth, but of course a cemetery is one of them that you can visit. This has got to be a cemetery. That's freaking crazy. I'm like so surprised right now. I'm like just like caught on in that dude. What? This is definitely a cemetery, and then there's like people all right there, people all around. RP to this guy. I didn't mean to offend you. God forgive me for my sins. And then this whoever they had a lot of family members. Whoever this is, oh, and that person's just by themselves. I think this is. I think we should get out of here. I think we should get out of here. We wouldn't set up on that one. It's I can't read that, but I'm pretty sure there's probably says something about cemetery. No translator. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, let's get out of here and it's supposed to be in the United States, but I got freaking distracted. Now we're here in Syria, dude. I don't want to get like look at this. Who the other guy? No, maybe I think that's just the structure or something. This place looks like a war zone or something happened. Why are the rocks and stuff? Well, maybe not a war zone. Why is it rocks and stuff placed like that? Oh, Jesus. That blinded me. That kind of blind my eyes looking at the sun. Freaking. It's just nothing but sand and rocks and sun and no clouds in sight at all. What's that? UFO, UFO, UFO sighting. Caught it. I told you guys we'll catch something. That's a UFO. Confirmed. Confirming. Confirmed. It's a UFO confirmed. There you guys go. I'm famous now. I'm famous. I found the legendary UFO. I'm viral. That's what I'm talking about. I will no longer be a worker at McDonald's anymore. I have now became the guy who found the UFO. And another one. There's two. See? There's no coincidence that these two dots make the same pattern as these two dots over here. Look at it. Or see? Not a coincidence. There's something going on around here. There's something going on around here. Who's out here? There might be somebody looking out here. Just gotta take things slowly here. Hmm. We found the UFOs, everyone. We found them. We need a closer look at the sky. Let's do it over here. Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's what the freak is that? What the? That's had to be a person. What in the heck? That I'm hoping that's a person. That's a weird looking angle for a person to be standing at though. Ooh. This place just looks like, no offense, but I rather think I want to live in Iran than Syria, dude. This what the heck is this place? It seems like it's just hot 24/7, and there's like nothing but sun, sand, and starvation. See, nothing in the skies now. I'm still tripping off that. I don't know what that is. That's something I'm telling you guys. That's a skinwalker or something. That's I figured it out. That's a Skywalker. That's a Skywalker. That's Skywalker, dude. That's Luke Skywalker right there. I just know. Kidding. I think that's a Skinwalker. That's a Skinwalker right there. Confirmed. 100% confirmed. Everything I say is 100% confirmed because I know. Because I know. Okay. So we've. Oh man. Okay. So now we're gonna move on to oh, what I was not what we originally not originally what we're gonna do, but we're gonna move on to our next on the on internet browsing thing, and we're gonna look at some unsolved Reddit mysteries and see maybe we can pick up a case or something. Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull. Okay. Oh, been sitting in this chair for almost 2 hours and get up not one yet. Typically in my streams I get it like every 5 seconds, but this one's been a straightforward one. So 1 second. I'm gonna dive into some Reddit posts here. I just gotta make sure ain't nothing Nothing that's gonna get me banned. So, alrighty. Alrighty. We're moving on to them Reddit posts. I gotta look at Reddit first before I showcase it. Hold on. I need to get me a blur add-on, but I'll do that later. For the time being, I could just use something random if I need to. Um, okay, there we go. Trying to make sure there's nothing crazy going on here. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so you got a list of stuff right here. All right, list of unsolved Reddit mysteries, and we're gonna pick up one of these cases. Here, um, the case that we're gonna be picking up is going to be, I don't know. We're gonna look through them. So, um, we're gonna start with the first one. Kendrick Johnson. His death is not an unsolved mystery by, I don't know who that guy is. What? Okay, 1 second. The disappearance of Astor Green. Then we got the crying. I don't know if I said that. The crying. No, Brian crying. I don't know if I said that right. Horman case. So these are like just a bunch of unsolved cases. We got Michael and Christina uh, Barnett, the parents of an autistic Savit, Savit, and an adopted child from Ukraine who was actually a 22-year-old scammer. Interesting. Hold on. Open my door. Now we'll go back to our unsolved mysteries here. And we're going to pick up a case. Going to pick up a case. There's nothing coming for me here. Good. Yep. Perfect. Alrighty. So, we're just looking through a bunch of unsolved mysteries here, and we're gonna take. Excuse me. That was very nasty. Sorry, you guys had to hear that. Sorry, you had to hear that again. And we're just gonna pick up one here. We're just reading through a bunch of them. I don't know how to say his name. Ryu Pedro on the 4th of March, 1998. That's the year I was born. 11-year-old um I'm just gonna say Pedro from Portugal Portugal disappeared near his mother's workplace. 3 years later, his his photo is found on the database of Wonderland Club, a child pornography ring. This is the last anyone has saw of him. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Get into a pornography ring is just some dangerous work. I don't know if we got the I don't even know how to pronounce these people's names. These people got some cool, weird, and nice, but I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. So forgive me if I mess up on a name or two. If we ever pick up the case of any names, I'll make sure I'll say it right. But we're just going through a bunch of them. This one seems might grab our interest. Let's see. So the Delphi murders. I probably said that wrong. It's fine. On February 13, 2017, teenage friends Abigail Williams and Liberty German. That's never heard of those two names in once, but Liberty German went for a hike together at the local um, Monon High Bridge in Delphine. I'm gonna get that right one day. India. They were discovered to be murdered the next day, despite having um, photographic and audio evidence. Their killer remains unidentified. Interesting. Interesting. So we'll let's make a little notepad here. So possibly we can do like one of my old passwords back in the day. Don't no one laugh at that. But we can let's just save this. We might take this one up. Let's just read through a couple more first. We'll have it on my notepad. Oh. So we got one. We'll take a look at some more. Let's at least try to see two more, maybe. I don't know if we're gonna go through this whole list here. We got a disappearance of Dorothy Jane Scott on May 28th, 1980. So this is the old one here. A young woman is abducted by an unknown man who has been stalking her for months. For the next 4 years, her family would receive countless harassing phone calls from her killer. What happened to Dorothy Jane Scott? Interesting. Well, we know what happened. So he's saying the killer. So she's been killed, but he's saying the killer has been contacting the family. So, um, do you, do they just want to know where her body is at? I don't know. That's an interesting one as well. But I don't feel like we wouldn't get nowhere. We wouldn't get far with that one. So yeah. What about the boy in the box? Witness M. That's all that one says. That sounds very interesting, but not a lot of description on that one. So, can you solve the famous impossible murder of Julia Wallets? Wallets, and the solution to Liverpool's famous Julia Wallets cold case. I wish I could get a little bit more description on some of this stuff here, but it's all good. I think that's really about it. And we do have honorable mentions as well. So maybe let's take a look at. I want to see. Definitely this one, but let me take a look at this one. Hold on, I'm gonna before I showcase it. I'm gonna look at it first. This is why it is kind of hard to do this while live streaming. I'd rather do a YouTube video, but just in case I don't want any like anything crazy popping up. So I have to review it, go through it first before I can show it. Okay, we're good. We're good. This post is good. We're good. We're fine. We're not into those. In the later feature, we are going to get into those more disturbing ones, but I gotta play my cards right when I come to that because I gotta know how to like blur it out and yeah. So in the future, right now we're just starting small. We're just gonna read through this one. So this is the one that I'm just reading on it. I don't know if I really want to dive deeper into it, but I just want to learn more about it before I say, hey, let's go ahead and see what we can find. But this is the one about the lady who was abducted in the 1980s and being harassing phone calls for a while. So let's read through some of this. I don't know if we're reading through all of this. This is a lot to read. Um, if you guys want to really stick here and me read through all this, then we might be able to do it. Okay, let's just start. Let's just read a little bit. If it catches our interest, we'll just keep on reading. So we're gonna start from the very top here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. Is that good or is that not good? Or I don't know. See my like I can't like really move it. I think that should be good. I know my face cam is kind of in the way in certain words. I think that's good right there. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, I think my face cam should be good right here. So we'll start from the top. Ooh, whew. On May 28, 1980, a young woman is abducted by an unknown man who has been stalking her for months. For the next 4 years, her family will receive countless harassing phone calls from her killer. What happened to Dorothy Jane Scott? So this is unsolved murder right here. Dorothy Jane Scott was a mom living with her sisters and with her sister and 4-year-old. I don't know his name. Sanic, Santai, or I can't say it, aka Sean. I don't know why we're going to call him Sean. And the in Stanton, a city about 7 miles outside of Ahom, California, the daughter of Jacob and bro, these freaking names. I suck at name pronouncing it, but no one has a just a regular common name. Verena Scott. She is described as a sweet, generous, and devotedly religious young woman who loved to help people and even sew her own clothes so she could buy more things for her son. At the time of her disappearance in 1980, she was 32 years old and working as a secretary at a conjure business. The swinger psycho psycho shop and Custom John's head shop of Brookhurst Street in still can't say that name. Okay, you know what? We're gonna look it up. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm tired of pronouncing stuff incorrectly. If I don't know how to say it, we're just gonna look it up. How to pronounce. God dang it, dude.
Anaheim.
Anaheim. There we go. Anaheim. There we go. So Anaheim. Okay. So Swinging Cycle Shop is a head shop of Brookhurst Street in Anaheim. In the early 1980s, Dorothy began receiving a string of alarming phone calls from both at home and work from a man who professed to be in love with her. The call started out as a flowery and a romantic, but became increasingly threatening over time and were punctured with death threats. The harassment begins to escalate into real life. One day, when he called and told Dorothy to look outside because he had something for her, to which she found a dead rose sitting on her windshield of her car. Lots of red flags off the back, so I'm gonna already start asking questions, and it may be answered the more we read it. But no one knows who this guy was. She didn't like say, "Hey, this guy Ben 10 has been harassing me for the freaking for days or for weeks or for months," and then she did not tell nobody that. But let's keep reading. Maybe somewhere along the line she tells someone something. So shortly before she vanished, Dorothy got a call from her stalker that was particularly upsetting to her. And I guess this is it. So I guess this is what she got sent. So here's what he said, I guess. Okay, now you're going to come my way, and when I get you alone, I will cut you into bits so no one will ever find you. That's exactly what he said, dude. That's definitely the suspect. Dorothy was terrified. She told her friends that she thought she recognized the voice, but couldn't quite place who it was. A week before her disappearance, she began taking karate classes and floated the idea of buying a gun, but reconsidered because she was afraid Sean might get it in his hands. So Sean is the guy. So she did tell someone about it, but she never knew who Sean was. So she just started getting random phone calls one day from a guy, basically a stalker, someone who probably laid eyes on her and was like, "That's the one." And yeah, so a lot to unravel right now. On the evening, I guess it's outside. It's just sounding a lot of like background noises. But on the evening of Wednesday, May 28th, 1980, Dorothy dropped Sean off. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Oh, she's afraid. So Sean is not the suspect. Sean's not. This is the kid's name. You were afraid that Sean might get his hands on a gun. That's where you get a gun safe, where you just store it somewhere good. Anyway, it's the 80s. The 80s is probably a little bit different. But on the evening of Wednesday, May 28th, 1980, Dorothy dropped Sean off at her parents' house and drove to the. I'm going to make sure I'm saying this right as well. Pro. Hold on. What's that? Hold on. Let me see something. Oops. Oh, that wrong. Okay, here we go.
Swinger.
Swinger. There we go. So just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right first. So we'll start that over. On the evening of Wednesday, May 28th, 1980, Dorothy dropped Sean off at her parents' house and drove to the Swingers psych shop for an employee meeting. There, she noticed that her coworker, Conrad Bostron, Bostron, was not feeling well, and that his arm was red and oh my god, dude. Although it was late, she insisted on taking him to the hospital, and their other coworker, Pam Head, finally someone with a very easy name, volunteered to tag along with them. They briefly stopped at her Jacobs and Freena's house along the way to check up on Sean before heading to the emergency room of the UC Irvine Medical Center. Pam and Dorothy spent the next couple hours sitting in the waiting room, chatting and watching TV. Comrade reappeared just after 11 p.m. having been having been diagnosed with a black widow spider bite and armed with a armed with a prescription for some medication. Jeez, he got bitten by a black widow. That is no joke. I'm surprised he actually. I think those are pretty deadly bites. Not wanting him to walk too far in his condition, Dorothy kindly offered to bring the car around to the entrance while they filled the prescription at the hospital pharmacy. Okay, so this is a little interesting. Pam and Conrad walked out the doors to meet Dorothy about 11:30 p.m. They were surprised to see she wasn't waiting for them there and thought it was taking her a little long to retrieve her car, but did not think there was anything amiss. So this is 11:30 p.m. Suddenly, Dorothy White suddenly Dorothy's white Toyota station wagon came into view and sped straight towards them. They waved their arms to catch her attention, then watched as the car barreled past them and made a sharp right turn out of the parking lot. Blinded by the headlights, Pam and Connor were able to see who was driving the wheel. Okay, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that you guys get a good, not a good look, but at least kind of got a look at who was driving. Interesting. So it's a hard case because this was in the 1980s, so it's only so much you can recover at this point. Next, I think we're getting pretty paragraph here. So we're almost, I guess we might as well just keep reading. Assuming that something urgent came up with Sean, Pam and Conrad went back inside the building to wait for her to come back. After a couple hours with no sign of Dorothy, they called the Scott home and learned that neither Verena nor Jacob have had heard from her. Upon hearing this, the two co-workers reported her missing to the UC Ivan campus police at 4:30 a.m. So definitely a couple hours after 4:30 p.m. Um, Dorothy Carr was found burning in an alleyway in Santa Inn, about 10 miles from the hospital. Upon finding the car, detectives began treating her case as an abduction and advised the Scotts not to pick, not to speak to the media. This is way back when cell phones were. They probably had cell phones, but not like it was today. So, um, 1 week later, the phone rang at the Scott's home. Are you related to Dorothy Scott? Asked the soft spoken voice on the other end of the line. Yes, Farina replied. I've got her. After the phone call, Jacob took his daughter's story to the Orange County Register, which ran a story on Dorothy's case on June 12th. The same morning, managing editors Pat Riley received a call from a man claiming to have killed Dorothy. I killed Dorothy. I killed Dorothy Scott. She was my love. I caught her cheating with another man. She denied having someone else. I killed her. The caller went on to provide details of Dorothy's abduction that had never been released to the public. Authorities had never told the media the reason of Conrad's hospital visit or that Dorothy had switched her black scarf out for a red one. When she dropped by her parents' house on the way to the hospital, the suspect claimed that Dorothy called him from the hospital that night. It claimed that Pam categorically denied, saying that Dorothy was by her side the entire time, except for a brief bathroom break, which could be for a brief phone call. You never know. For the next few years, Verena could expect to get a call from her daughter's killer nearly every Wednesday afternoon. Sometimes he told her he was holding Dorothy captured. Other times he was bragged about killing her. Detectives installed a voice recorder on their phone to attempt to trace the call, but he never stayed on the long enough for them to trace him down. The weekly call continued for 4 years until one night in April 1984 when Jacob answered the phone for the first time and told him he had the wrong number. They would not hear from him again for 4 months. Uh-oh. On August 6, 1984, construction workers discovered partial human remains underneath some dog bones about 30 feet from Santa Ana Canyon Road in northeastern um, Anaheim. Oh, got it right. Almost forgot. The remains consisted of a skull, pelvis, one arm, and two femurs, and were charred from a bushfire that took place in the area 2 years earlier. Investigators also recovered I can't say that word right. I forgot how you say it. Ring and a wristwatch stopped at 12:30 a.m. on May 2009 1980. The skull was identified as Dorothy via dental records of the 14. So she's been unfortunately dead that whole year. That dead the year she was captured, I guess. So 2 days after Dorothy remains were identified, the stalker called the Scotts twice more to ask them one simple question: is Dorothy there? Mm. So that's it. That's that. So now we're going to the suspects. So interesting story. Interesting story. I was looking at these posters and stuff. Okay, so let's read the suspects and then yeah, I mean we already read all this. We might as well take up this case, even though I feel like we're not gonna find much because it is such an old one. It's 1980, so not a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of people now would do stupid, crazy stuff like this and post it on Facebook or say some random subliminal stuff on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or something. So this is not. This is something that's going to probably remain unsolved for a while until we actually get some hardcore evidence or someone gets some hardcore evidence. So, but 1 second, I got a phone call off the phone. So let's start with the suspect section here. So one of the first suspects was Sean's father, Dennis Terry, who lived in Missouri but had visited California a few days before she vanished. However, phone records proved that he was in Missouri the night of May 28th. There is no evidence that she had a boyfriend or was seeing anyone at the time of her disappearance. We can also reasonably assume that Dorothy's stalker was someone in her peripheral social circle, judging by the fact that she recognized the voice but couldn't figure it out who it belonged to. She worked in the office in the back of the store and rarely worked with customers, making it unlikely that her killer was a buyer who became fixated on her. Sean was adopted by his grandparents and raised in California as an adult. Some of Dorothy's old friends told him a long time suspect in her case, Mike Butler, whose younger sister worked with Dorothy at Swingers Psych Shop. Mike was born on March 6, 1946, and moved to Anaheim when he was young. When he was 20 years old, he was drafted into the U.S. Army and stationed in, I could even say that, Hanafel, Germany, where he became a contributor for the military paper Stars and Strips News. Back in the United States, he settled in Orange County, California, and took a job as a maintenance worker at a local machine shop. He also worked as a roadie for the Beach Boys and his sister's all girl rock band. Mike would have been 34 years old in May 1980. Dorothy's friend told Sean that he was obsessed with her and had a reputation for being mentally unstable and possibly involved in cult activity. Interesting. His sister is a well known singer in California. Her name is not included in this write up because she had never been implicated in Dorothy's murder. According to Medium.com, Sean has reached out to her multiple times to talk about his mother's case, but she turned him down every time. Sean was reaching out to who? Oh, I guess Mike's sister. There, there has been much speculation over the harassing phone calls Jacob and Verena received in the years following Dorothy's murder. But perhaps the strangest thing is how the stalker abruptly stopped calling once Jacob answered that night in 1984. It is important to note that Jacob his own swinger psych shop before selling it to used to own the swinger stop shop before selling it to John Kosigal or Kosila, I don't know, who already owned Custom John Head Shop. Jacob occasionally did repairs at both stores, and his number was well known to the employees there, which is how Pam and Conrad were able to contact him that night that Dorothy was abducted. It is possible that Mike obtained Scott's phone number from an address book, either at the store or inside his sister's house. Interesting. A Medium.com article speculates that Mike have been employed at the auto body shop or machine shop at the corner of Orange Avenue across the street from where Dorothy worked. The article further speculates that Dorothy may have bought her car from their repair from has bought car there from has have bought her car there for repairs. Okay, I was reading that wrong. That was giving me a freaking brain. The gears are turning. Sometime and encountered Mike, which caused him to become infatuated with her. However, it has never been confirmed that he actually worked there. Ultimately, detectives were unable to find hard evidence linking him to Dorothy's murder. He spent the last year of his life in Washington State and passed away from pancreatic cancer and on June 28, 2014. There's been few leads on Dorothy's murder since 1980, and no one has been arrested in her case. Yeah, I mean, this is the one that's hard. This will be a hard one. I mean, most of the suspects are old. Unfortunately, have moved on, passed away. Um, this is more of a case that someone knows something but never says something. Someone took something to the grave with them, basically. Um, and this is one of those cases where it will be hard for internet savvy people to solve since it happened in the 80s because I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying like, oh, no one should look into it, but it's just to be a lot harder than any other unsolved cold case that has happened here in the actual 2000s and stuff. But let's look at some of these comments and stuff. So, but here's what I gather up from this whole scenario. So, you have Dorothy, the vic, you have Dorothy, the victim in this situation. You have Sean, who was the son, and he was what Sean was what? Sean was about alright, so we got a bunch of suspects here. Well, not a bunch. We got at least like two or three. I think it's two. We got Mike, and then we got Dennis, right? So we got a bunch of it's a bunch of stuff going on here. It's 1980. There's really not much stuff we can kind of prove here, unfortunately, since it happened so long ago, and unfortunately, some of the suspects has passed on with their life and moved on. Like I think someone took something to the grave, or someone's just not wanting to say something. Somebody knows something, obviously, and there's only so much you can do. And there's always so much you could do law wise, you know, how the cops interview people and stuff. There's only so much they can push. If they had no evidence, if they can't link you to it, they can't link you to it. You know what I'm saying? And there's only so much as people like us, people on Reddit can do. It's not like I can just walk up to Mike's sister house and be like, "Tell me everything you know." You know, I'm not like an authority or anything. So, um, yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a hard one to actually um, really to actually cover because it happened so long ago. And the only thing I feel like that can actually solve this case, if someone who was alive at that time, or yeah, someone who was alive at that time, maybe remembers something, or someone come forward at this point. So solving this one will be hard. There's not really much. I feel like there's not very much you can do internet wise. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I don't solve cases. This is the first time I ever doing this, but yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel like there's really nothing you can really do. You might be able to do your due diligence. You may be able to like look people up, look up their profile on Google, you know, kind of get a little general idea of on their personalities and stuff. But as far as getting a actual solution or an actual answer or an actual like, oh yeah, this guy's a suspect, I think it would. I think anyone on the internet is not going to find an answer. I think someone who was there has to come forward, or someone took something to the grave, and it will probably. I hate to say it, but will never be solved. But there's a lot of red flags around the story. Like, I felt like it's the '80s, so I don't know how see. I don't know how it works in the '80s. It's the '80s. I feel like if she got that like phone call telling them I'm gonna cut you into pieces, that should have directly been. You should have went straight to the cops with that one. Even though it's something better than nothing. Even though it may not have would have worked or may not would have helped, at least you would try to do something. And she heard the voice before. I mean, it could be anyone. It could be someone for maybe when she went to school. Maybe she broke somebody's heart. Maybe someone asked her out in high school and then she said no. And, you know, yeah, I think this person is definitely someone who is very, I would say smart, caution, and paranoid because this person knows how to stalk really good. And of course, in the '80s, it was probably a lot easier to do stalk people than it is now, considering there's cameras literally in every corner. And you know, I guess no one really wasn't too worried about stalking issues and stuff. But um, this guy, this stalker, this person has definitely been following her for a while, and he's good at it. He's good at it. He's good at it. It can either be someone who is, like they say, in her social circle, but they're not too social with her. Because if they did become social or a lot social, she recognized the voice, and then she would be like, "That's the guy that called me." So this guy has to be someone who is there but not directly talking to her. Like it has to be someone who probably says a minimum of a couple words, not even a whole full sentence or something. Like maybe like have a good day or something. Something he's not sitting there having a full blown conversation. This is someone who's probably assessed, looking from a distance, and yeah, these are just assumptions. This is my assumption. I think okay. Here's my assumption of the whole case. So first with the suspect. Ooh, 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 God dang. Yes, but first with the suspect, I think the suspect is definitely someone who is a good stalker. Good as in meaning that he knows what he's doing as a stalker. He knows how to keep his distance. He know where to hide at. Maybe she isn't what how do you say it? Maybe she isn't like aware of her surroundings, which that's a lot of people need to be. We need to be aware of our surroundings. So maybe he noticed that she isn't really aware of her surroundings, and he can play it off pretty good. And we live in this is like California area, so this could be. I mean, there's a lot of people in California, a lot of people everywhere, but California is a big place, and I don't know nothing about Anaheim. We can actually take a look at Anaheim on Google Earth here, but this is where her unfortunately her body was found at. Yeah, so it is in Anaheim, so it's still right here. I feel like the stalker is definitely someone who could be in her social circle. I don't know. I feel like that might be. I feel like it's if it was someone in her social circle, she would notice, or if that person is in that social circle, maybe they don't say a lot often, or maybe it's just a coworker who just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Like because if it is a social, and if that was someone in her social circle, I feel like she would piece the voices together like it's nothing. I feel like the stalker really didn't talk to her like in person, and if, in my opinion, if especially because a social circle is unless she has a million friends and it's hard to talk to all of them. I don't know. The social circle thing is kind of a little. I don't know. I kind of don't think so because I feel like she would recognize the voice if it was. Um, trying to think, trying to think because another quite good question is how did she get the number? So I know they said there was some sort of phone book or she could have got the number from someone else, but trying to see because it could be a customer, dude. It could have been someone who just randomly saw her on the street and was like, "That's the girl." Like, and I'm gonna follow her, stalk her, and that's how it could have happened, dude. It could have had this happen. Some random guy saw her, stalked her for a while, found out that she works in some sort of business, found out that the business left a phone book, and found out like, hey, this is her. Like, it's a lot of assumptions going on here. But as far as the social circle thing, maybe the stalker was in her social circle once upon a time. That's a good thing. That's a good answer right there. But as far as it being in it as before she died, don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is some sort of guy who one either loved her in like high school, tried to shoot a shot in high school or something, got denied, and that was it. Or it could have been someone, just a random person who it happens, unfortunately. It's a random person who saw her and was just got fascinated and obsessed with her, downed out, stalked her for a long time, And this guy, this is the '80s, so this guy could have stalked her to the house, got in the house somehow. I know there's other people living with her, whatever, but I guess it's not all the time someone's going to be in the house. So possibility that he could have actually just gotten in the house when no one was there, just walked through, ran through her room, maybe somehow found a number or something to the house, and from that point on, yeah, it went. It's when I'm just going on. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. I'm just giving out my theories, but that's what I feel like that's going on right now. Is yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I feel like the number, where the number, how he got the number is probably one of the most crucial answers, or one of the most crucial questions in this whole case. Is how the answer, how the phone number, how did he get the phone number? I feel like that's probably is one of the key questions of this case, because if he did get it from the business, then that's a whole nother story. But if he got it from like her house or from I forgot what they said for the suspect. I don't know if it was Mike. Mike could have got it from where else they could have got the number from. Okay, so yeah, it's possible that Mike could have obtained the Scott's phone number from an address book either at the store or inside of his sister's home. So, like I'm saying, it is that's where the key question is. So, how did the suspect get that number? And another question is, where is the address book? Is it the address book right at the front counter? Is it in the back? Can anyone, if really wanted to, can anyone really get access to the address book? And yeah, there's just so much holes to the story. And I feel like one of the key questions is, how did the suspect get the number? I feel like once that question gets answered, a lot this would probably change this story, this whole case to a whole nother direction. But unfortunately, I believe Mike is has passed on. And I'm not saying Mike is the suspect, but that's what this article is not saying at all, but that's just what they said in the article, that Mike must have passed away and stuff. But yeah, like I said, this is a hard one only because it's so old and a lot of people moved on, a lot of people passed away, and this case will only be solved if someone come forward. That's all. That's all. That's all it is. But we can look at whatever, Santa and Canyon Road here and see what we see how it looks, kind of give a good general idea on how it looks here. So let's take a look at that real quick. So this is the general idea or area, excuse me. So this is it. This is the little area right here. This was in the '80s, so a lot of stuff has been, I'm pretty sure, changed and stuff. So pretty busy intersection here. I wonder where she was found at. Probably won't get a descriptive answer here, but I would highly doubt her body was definitely found. It had to be somewhere like I don't know. This is Eastern, so I think she was like south, um, somewhere in the south. Let me try to I'm just sure it's south. Did it say south? Pretty sure it said south. Oh, that's probably not gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, it's still gonna put me in the east. But I don't think it's gonna give me a general idea where it's at. Unfortunately. Oh, it's northern. Northern. Okay. Probably not gonna work as well. Click on that one. I wonder where her body was. This place was so like busy. What the heck is that? What the heck? I think I just hit. Those are people. People, people. Maybe it was found like somewhere around here. I don't know. I don't think it gives a. I don't think it gives a actual direct place where it was found at. But as a construction worker, yeah, it doesn't give an exact spot, which is fine. But I think we'll come back to this one and eventually. I don't know. Maybe we already put a lot into this. We might as well kind of see. Might as well kind of, I guess, check back on this maybe one day. I want to see how she looks. So this is her right here. So yeah, there's still a lot to cover here on that. So yeah, I think we come back to this one. I'll put it in my notes. We're gonna have a little case list here. We're starting it now. Now I want to dive a little bit into this one before we wrap up the stream here. So we'll spend some time on this one real quick. On the, I gotta see how to pronounce that. Which I've seen it right here. I think. All right. Yep, here it is. So before we okay, before we dive into this one, I wanna see how to pronounce this.
Delphi. Delphi.
Delphi, Delphi. Okay, Delphi, 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 Delphi. All right, I'm gonna take a quick pee break. I'm gonna be right back. Stretch. Much needed stretch. All right, I'll be right back. So, gotta see how to pronounce this word again because I forgot. So it's going to be
Delphi.
Delphi. So let's look more onto the Delphi one. I think this should be I think this one happened a little bit more recently. So over here on the right, let's actually go back one. Hold on. Let's go here. It might bring us to the same spot, but just to see. Oh yeah, no, this is better. Okay, let's read this one. Before I get into the depth, I want to make sure. Okay, I was reading the comments. I wanted to make sure, I know it says unsolved, but I want to make sure that it's still unsolved so we can help out or something here. So on February 13th, 2017, teenage friend Abigail Williams and Liberty German went for a hike together at a local um, Monarch School Monarch High Bridge in Delphi, right? Delphi, Delphi,
Delphi.
Delphi, Delphi, India. They were discovered to be murdered the next day, despite having photographic and audio evidence. The killer remains unidentified. We got Abigail Williams, 13, and Liberty German, 14, were best friends who did everything together. 1 second, actually. Hold on. 1 second, sorry. Here we go. Cool. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna restart this paragraph. Abigail Williams, 13, and Liberty German, 14, were best friends who did everything together. Since school has been closed on Monday of February 13th, the two friends asked Liberty's grandma if they could go to the Mon on Bridge. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Let me just clarify that, of course. There's no like how to say button, dude. Like, bro. Oh my god. Here I go. What the heck? What? Why is a rope? Okay, Monon. Okay, we're just gonna go Monon Bridge. If they can go to the Monon Bridge, a popular hotspot for teens in the area, the girls were to be granted permission under the condition that they secured a ride to get there and back. Liberty's older sister, Kelsey, I believe, would drop them off and then head to work. And Liberty's father, Derek, would pick them up after he would finish running errands for his mother. Liberty's grandma, Liberty's grandma, mother, and Liberty's grandma. I don't know why they just didn't say and. Anyway, there was no set time for the girls to return to their meeting point, and Derek would call them when he got there, which wouldn't have been any more than 2 hours. At approximately 1:45, Abigail and Liberty were dropped off by Kelsey at the abandoned Monarch Monon High Bridge in Delphine, India, where the girls would take a hike, laughing, talking, taking and uploading pictures to Snapchat. It was nothing other than a pleasant afternoon where the girls had been enjoying their day off and each other's company. Okay, so we're at now. We went from 1:45 to 3:11. So at 3:11, Derek texted Liberty to let them know to start heading back to their meeting point to pick them up. Upon arrival at 3:14, the girls were nowhere to be found. Attempting to call and message Liberty again, but to no avail. He began walking the trail to search for the girls. At 3:30, he would call Liberty's grandma, Becky, her primary caretaker, letting her know that the girls were missing. With now the father, grandma, and her grandma's daughter phoning and texting Liberty several times, the phone would still not pick up. At 4 o'clock, Liberty's grandma would call her husband, Liberty Grandpa, Mike, and alert him that something was wrong. Mike, who has been at work, arrived to the trail moments later. The girls' family initially did not suspect foul play and assumed that the girls had possibly got hurt or stuck, had lost or broken Liberty's phone, and believed that they would eventually be found somewhere. After searching the trail as a family for about an hour, it was starting to become dark outside, and the girls had been officially reported missing shortly after 5. By 6, a mass search ensured authorities and over 100 local residents searched the trail that night. The next day, on February 14, the two girls were discovered murdered, lying next to each other near the end of the trail, about zero point 0.5 miles away from the bridge they were last pictured on. Officials have not released the MO or how the girls have been murdered and whether or not they have been sexually assaulted. What they did release, however, was the two compelling images of the prime suspect as well as a 3-second audio recording of the suspect uttering the demands down the hill. I don't think they're gonna release so much details only because they're 13, 14, so they're minors at the time. So I'm surprised they actually gave out the names, but um, I guess for minor reasons and other reasons, they probably won't give out too much information. Which kind of I don't know. Every little information, especially on the internet, for people who are in this case, it all matters. I mean, even a cop would tell you that straight on. Every information, every little detail, everything matters. So, um, having evidence like that or having stuff like that withhold from us, kind of, or withhold from people in general, kind of makes it harder, but it's understandable. I mean, the family, they're minors, the family, like as a families probably don't even want that information out, but um, it's just it just sometimes it's hard for people to, you know, try to pick up what they can't find, I guess, or something. I don't know. But it's understandable. It's definitely understandable. It's nothing that's gonna yeah, but let's go ahead to this next paragraph here. By 6, a massive search ensured authorities and over 100 local residents searched the trail at night. Okay, we already read all this. Down the hill, yep. So, so Liberty's final action was nothing short of courage. She captured the suspect on the bridge with her cell phone, having recorded the entirety of her and Abigail's last moments. The photo has been released to the public shortly after the girls were found, pictured what appeared to be a middle-aged Caucasian male wearing a blue windbreaker, denim blue jeans, what could either be a hat or hair, brown shoes slash boots, and identifiable underwear that is speculated to be either a fanny pack that holsters a weapon or a hooded sweatshirt layered underneath. In July, a witness came forward and reported that they saw the suspect in the area around the time the girls has been slain. A campsite sketch was released, and the police stated that the suspect has has reddish brown hair, stands between 5 to 6 feet or foot, whatever, and 5 to 10 foot, and weigh what I don't what 5 to what and weighs between 180 and 220 pounds. The witness is uncertain of the suspect's exact eye color, but is confident that they were not blue. Um, Law enforcement stated that the audio recording on Liberty's cell phone stated or started off as a normal girl stuff, talking and laughing. It wasn't until the man on the bridge appeared that the tape captures the girls becoming nervous and worried. It is theorized that the girls likely saw the man as they were entering the trail and forgot about him by the time they walked the bridge. When the man appeared again, the girls may have sensed an impending danger. The bridge is 63 feet high, Jesus, and stands above a creek and the bed of the trail. The bridge takes about 3 minutes to cross if you walk over for no other reason than to get to the other side. Liberty and Abigail, taking in the scene and taking pictures, lingered on the bridge longer and made it to the end in more time. The suspect who hustled towards the girl quickly enough to alarm them is what caused Liberty to conceal her phone at her side and the successful attempt to capture the suspect on film. If she had put the phone in her pocket by the time he approached them, it is likely the suspect was it is likely the suspect was unaware of the phone, given the fact it was recovered at the crime scene and the pictures and video were directly retrieved from the phone itself. At the end of the bridge is a hill off the trail and on the side, which is likely what the suspect is referring to and the audio tape. The bodies were found across the very shallow creek that flows at the bottom of the hill. It is clear but theorized that given the very shallow water, they simply crossed over the creek and were prominently murdered. Other theories include that the girls has been already been murdered and had been dragged or carried across, or they turned their back on the bridge and walked all the way around it to reach the creek. How the suspect left the area is entirely unknown. Okay, we're almost done. There has been little to no publicized break in this case. The last known person of interest, Daniel Nations, was apprehended at a traffic stop in Colorado for wielding a hatchet while threatening someone on the trail, and it was later suspected of being the perpetrator of mountain biker Timothy Walken's unsolved shooting of the same trail only 2 weeks prior. In his car, a red Chevy Primes or Primes, I don't know how to say that. There was a hatchet and a 22 caliber rifle. Nations has a lengthy criminal record, including petty offense, domestic violence, and is also a registered sex offender. Interesting, who was charged with indecent exposure masturbated after having masturbated in front of a young woman in South Carolina. What in the world? Um, Daniel Nations has connections to India and has claimed to be homeless, living under an India 67 bridge in Morgan County since January 31st. Nation has been questioned by India State Police in October, where they had also obtained his DNA for further processing. Law enforcement stated in December that he is a person of interest who is still being looked at, but that is not our big top number. On February 14th, the day the girl was murdered, as a registered homeless sex offender. Nation was presented weekly checkup and with authorities and had been consistently attending it in time prior. As of January 5th, 2018, Daniel Nation pleaded guilty to menacing and has sentenced 3 years on supervision probation. Nation has not legally been accused, been involved in the walker's death, and prosecutors assigned the case to Pam. Assigned the case. Pam, I don't know how to say her last name, said she had no updates providing his murder. Wait, what? I did in this to provide. I think her murder. I guess that's what that's supposed to say. Anyway, so there's a lot to take in on this case here. I think we should take more of a deeper look into this one and stuff. So, get a little not really sleepy. I'm honestly fine. So now we're at the comment section. We basically got the whole story of the Delphine. I'm just say Delphine stories. So it's about two teenager girls who unfortunately walk a hike or walk a trail, and minutes later they are interrupted by some intruder, and I think the dad or someone came to pick them up. They never came. He walked the trail, couldn't find them. Um, start phoning in a lot of like family members, letting them know what's going on with the situation. And then at the end of the day, unfortunately, the next day they actually found the bodies of the two missing teenagers, and that's where we're at. But however, for this murder case or this case in general, they actually have evidence and pictures and all that stuff on the person. So I want to see if we can listen to the audio. Probably wouldn't be able to. Let's see if we can. There's a 3D animation right here. It's not even available anymore, which is good because it's on YouTube. YouTube be on some booty stuff. Okay, here's the
Well, today we're investigating a mysterious case of two young girls who vanished without a trace. 14-year-old Liberty German and 13-year-old Abby Williams were reported missing on February 13, 2017, when they did not return from a walk on a popular trail in their hometown of Delphi, Indiana. The best friends did everything together, and they died by each other's sides. Their bodies were found one day after they went missing. Now, almost 10 months later, their killer is still at large. And the key to this case may be in Liberty's heroic final actions. In the moments before she and her best friend disappeared, Liberty used her cell phone to take a photo of the man who appeared to be following them. She also recorded a gravelly voice ordering the girls, quote, down the hill. Did Liberty capture both the image and the voice of her killer? Take a look.
Abigail Williams and Liberty German disappeared on a popular hiking trail near their homes in Indiana.
Their bodies found in the woods east of Delphi the next day on Valentine's Day.
It's just all we can do is pray and just support them and help them through it.
It's the haunting final image of a 13-year-old girl on a hiking trip just before she was murdered. Her friend who took the photo and posted it to Snapchat was also slain. Liberty took another haunting photo, this lonely trail ahead. She could not have imagined a killer was lurking nearby.
I've been at it for 30 years, and I've never seen this in my career.
It's so hard.
Words don't come easy right now, but tears do, especially when these sisters think about Libby. The girls all on the middle school swim team together.
The girls were my girls' ages, and I I can't even put myself in their shoes.
Police released a picture of the man believed to be the killer, taken on Libby's cell phone the day the girls disappeared, and this audio believed to be the killer's voice.
We have a murderer walking around who took 2 innocent lives well before their time.
Oh, good stuff out of it. Yeah. Oh, snap. Hold on. I'm sitting here. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, my girl's get the crap out of me. Okay. So we heard the audio. We saw the trail. We got a picture of the guy, right? Correct. So I got some questions already. And a lot of questions. With that picture being taken at the guy, I think when we was reading the Reddit story or the Reddit article, whatever all that stuff is, no one has identified who he was, right? I think they say one of the suspects that they was questioning was homeless, correct? So just because since no one really on who, let's see if we can get a picture of this guy again. Hold on, I gotta wait for this ad. I can probably get a better picture off Google actually.
And in
Let's see.
Indiana. She was murdered. Her friend, who took the photo and posted it to Snapchat, was also slain.
And on Libby's cell
Hold on, get this stuff out of the way, dude. There's so much stuff. Move. I can't even really look at the picture because all this. Can I not move this stuff out the way?
phone the day the girls
We can't even actually get a good look at the picture. I can't like move this stuff or like hide it for
disappeared.
a little bit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find a better picture really quick. 1 second. Okay, let's do it like this. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up a picture like this. Okay, I'm not finding nothing on Google. I gotta probably search it a different way. Hold on. Really quick. Hold on. I'm gonna search it like this on Google. Or Yahoo, apparently. Okay, I think this is a good. Hold on. Look one more time. Trying to see if I can find a. I guess this is how good it's gonna get right here. Okay, I guess I could show this part. So, still kind of hard to see it a little bit, but what happened? Where am I? What the heck just happened? What is this? What? Okay, I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay. All these freaking ads and stuff, dude. Anyway, so this is the picture of this current suspect right here. It's hard to tell. It's hard to get any facial expression or even really see his face. But that's definitely some sort of fanny pack. I mean, like I said, it's hard to kind of know what was used because they didn't describe how the mo or how they were unfortunately um yeah. So it's hard to say because if he wasn't shot, I mean, if they wasn't shot, then we'll be like we can rule out a gun and maybe he had a knife in there. But since we really don't know how they were unfortunately passed away, we don't know what could be in that fanny pack, or we can't really speculate what could be in it. Personally, I mean, I don't think. I guess you could put a gun in the fanny pack, depending on the size of the gun, but I feel like I feel like he doesn't have a gun. I mean, like he doesn't have a gun. I feel like he I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about and stuff. It's just really hard to kind of make an assumption from this picture and stuff. But like I said, it is okay that they leave stuff out and they don't tell. They could at least let us know what kind of weapon was being used. Like maybe like, hey, we can't tell you how they died, but it definitely was used. A gun was definitely involved. Like, could have been something like that, but it's hard to kind of speculate has been, um, what actually really happened or what he has on him and stuff. So, see him right now. Got his hand in his pocket. Maybe they're both in his pocket. Maybe that left one on right here. I was on the point, but you guys can't see where I'm pointing at. Maybe right here. It could possibly maybe in his fanny pack. Possibly be, or he could be right behind the fanny pack, maybe in his pockets a little bit. But that look like his hands sticking out. A little white little dot because he's white and pretty, of course. Like his hands probably sticking out a little bit right there. So he's either not all the way in his pockets, or he's starting to dig in his pockets, or he's in the fanny pack. And I mean, looking at these two pictures, I don't really see that he has a gun, but of course, the gun could be anywhere. It could be freaking behind his back. It could be in his jacket. It could be in front of like his like belt thing, and his jacket is just covering it up. But having a fanny pack wrapped around your waist and having a gun in your waist, I mean, that's not kind of something you see every day. So I kind of don't think he has a gun, but I could be wrong because he forced the two, judging by the audio, I guess he forced the two teenagers down the hill, and you can't just force anyone to do nothing without a weapon. So I'm pretty sure some sort of weapon was involved. He had to have shown some sort of weapon, and a knife would work. I think a knife would work with teenagers. I think if he pulled out a knife, especially if the teenagers are 13, 14, that would definitely would put fear into a 13 and 14-year old's like life. I don't even think you would need a gun to make them the force a 13 or 14-year-old to do anything. So it's possibly that he didn't have to use a gun, which I could see that happening with teenagers. But of course, a gun is going to make anyone do anything. So I don't know. It's possible he could have had a small little like revolver, but like we don't, like I said, we don't know how they died. We don't even know if they found any casings. We don't know if they got shot. We don't know if they got stabbed. Unfortunately, they won't release that information. Like I said, probably because they're just unfortunately minors and stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's really not much you can get from here. I just want to know more about, unfortunately, on how they passed away. If we can find out if they were, shot, or maybe if a knife was involved, then that can give us more context about what's going on here. But I think that's a kind of a big key thing that we're kind of missing. The internet is missing from this case is the how they died. Unfortunately, excuse me. I feel like if we can get answers to that one, that can at least push the internet or the people who are on this case to the right direction. Um, but I could be wrong. Maybe people already know what happened, and maybe they released it somewhere else, and I haven't really looked around too much, but uh, yeah, I don't know. He hides his face pretty good. It's because of the camera. I mean, this is back in in like almost 10 years ago. So the cameras 10 years ago, depending on what phone you had, were okay, you know. Now, if you like a little Android phone or something, I mean, come on, the cameras wasn't that great with the stuff, but yeah, I think these are the only two pictures we have and stuff. But there's a lot to cover from this here, so. And when was this posted? This was posted in 2017, so there's a lot more to read under here. Yeah, it's a lot to go on from here. So, yeah, we just gotta maybe we might dive more into it a little bit more in the future, but we probably wrap it up the stream here. I might do some more research off the stream and kind of like I said, we stream twice a week. So on my days off from streaming, I might while I'm at work, I might look up some stuff, write down some stuff, kind of gather up some stuff, and then next stream we'll talk about what I found out and stuff. But there's been a lot of people on this case. A lot of people have been on a lot of these unsolved cases. So it's only so much that I could find that a lot of people have already found. But I thought the more help, the merrier. You know, if I was murdered, I would want people to like try to solve my mystery on the Reddit or the internet. Honestly, but I feel like it's a way to help. I'm not doing this for whatever. I'm doing this because I feel like it's a helpful, even though I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Sometimes the sharpest tool isn't the tool that you need for the job. So that's kind of where I come in, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna probably wrap up the stream right here. Um, I'm gonna do some stuff off site or off the stream, and probably not right away, but probably tomorrow. I want to go back to work. I do IT, so I'm on the computer all freaking day. So I probably research some stuff, and see what I could find, and yeah, this will be the first case that we'll pick up on this channel here. Um, I might do a little bit of the other case, the 1981, since we already did a lot of reading. The case of the Dorothy, Dorothy Jane Scott. We might look up on that one as well. But other than that, but other than that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I did. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching from YouTube. But with that being said, you guys take it easy. You guys stay safe. And I'll see all of you guys all on the next one. Goodbye.